in most of the world, I would say the majority of the people can't afford stucco wire. You know, that special punched out wire or whatever it is that keeps the wire away from the wall, creates a space, un espacio ahí para el repello, ¿no? Con alambre que hay que modificar. You have to modify the way it doesn't just hang to the wall. It has to be pulled away from the wall. In New Mexico, I've seen thousands of bottle caps used somehow to hold the wire out from the wall. But with the Wavy chicken wire machine, you can just roll out this wire that's cheap and available all around the world for chicken coops mainly. And bird cages, by the way. Lots of bird cages in Latin America, for example, use chicken wire. Imagine an adobe wall here. Eso es cob. Vamos a hacer el adobe de cob, ¿no? Así, para que sea resistente a cualquier movimiento. Earthquake. Antisísmico, creo, ¿no? Earthquake resistant. Oh, resistente, ¿no? También tendría que cambiar eso. Resistente. Okay, imagine then putting down your wavy chicken wire and hanging it, you know, with just, you know, a few nails at the low point, right? And then just pushing in the cement. I don't know if it'd be possible doing an entire house to punish it. To punish the wire. But you can see how the wire, the chicken wire, maintains what is known in Spanish as el relieve, which in English is relief. It maintains its distance from the wall, even despite tremendous forces pushing it and saturating it with cement. This is because of its triangulated nature, which is the triangulated nature is the entire inspiration for the bridges in World War II. What were they called? Marshall? Or oh, I'm forgetting. But those bridges, railroad trestles, Eiffel Towers. So this is a beautiful technology that we need to get out there to the world. Thank you. I'll keep this one brief, unless I suddenly realize that there may be another technology. Oh, I might want to mention, yeah. if it's difficult to make a hole in the ground for your tank, it is possible. I think that really the best thing I have found, also, now that I think of it, incorporating the same principle of corrugation, is corrugated metal. And if those sheets of corrugated metal can maybe be, I think a strap or two like this could hold it in place, perhaps to a simple structure of 2x4s, let's say, where you have to enter and work on the inside. Is that right? I'm thinking that Ron Davis has made these, but it's possible that his supports were on the inside so that one could just work on the outside of the tank. That's something to consider, because it'd be much easier to maneuver on the outside if the supports were on the inside. And then once the cement sets up in the wavy chicken wire here, then the interior supports could be dismantled and the metal removed. I just thought of I just thought of a reason why it would probably be best to have the support structure on the outside, and that is that when you finish the work on the inside, you want to have a perfectly smooth surface. And the other way to do it, it would be corrugated, like corrugated metal. So by having it where you can actually work on the inside and smooth that out, use a paint roller to pull out the slick and make it nice and smooth. There are also some additives that can be added to cement to make it more water impermeable and not affect its potability, supposedly. But I just thought I'd mention that you could actually build, you know, above ground. It has some great advantages. One is that you can have a drain. You can have a faucet. Whereas here you pretty much have to use a sump pump, you know, to pump out the water for cleaning. It's possible that in fact, it's actually been done where these tanks are actually the cisterns for homes so that they can actually get their water for bathing and such from there. They don't use it for drinking in most countries that I know of, anyway. And so they have an actual pump up here, you know. They've got their, and often along with that is a compression tank, right? So that they're sucking up water for domestic use, okay, via compression tank. What I wanted to share is that in either case, the water has to be emptied out for the cleaning process, which usually involves some chlorine to be involved. Here, of course, draining it out just onto the ground, even towards maybe towards a vegetable garden, right? Yeah, all right. That's a possibility, you know. I actually have a situation in mi casa, in my home, where I've got this underground tank for fire control, you know, because we're surrounded by Forest Service, you know, where our house is. And so I have the possibility of running a pipe out the bottom like this to a drop-off on the property, ¿no? Entonces aquí hay un barranco, ¿no? Entonces voy a llevar el agua por un tubo hasta acá para poder drenarlo, so I can drain the tank. Yeah, you know, because unless I keep that well covered, poniendo un techo para que no entra la luz del sol, eso no pega alga, no mete nada así. Puede ser que sea agua bien limpia hasta para tomar, dependiendo del fuente, ¿no? Pero nosotros vamos a usar el mismo agua de lluvia captado del techo, from the roof of the house. We're planning to fill this tank and then keep it well covered so that it's available. Oh, and then we have the option, of course, of putting in a snorkel heating stove, which we actually bought. The snorkel heating stove floats in the water, and you open the lid and you put in the wood into the box, and it just heats up so beautifully, just using firewood. So that's our hope. And then here the land rises up towards the house a bit. Bueno, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. And if I do think of more uses for the wavy chicken wire, I'll just make another video that would be 1.4 wavy chicken wire stucco. Oh no, the 1.4 would be wavy chicken wire. New idea. Okay, maybe you can come up with a good use for it that I haven't thought of. Oh, I do remember another use of it. I learned I made a mistake, but here's a vehicle, you know, camioneta, subiendo por encima de un domo sobre acequia. Y este domo, this is just a dome with 1 inch, that'd be 1 inch thick. I think I maybe made it 1.5 inch thick. And I went to the máximo impresiones de alambre. Ahora, donde yo fallé, this is where I failed. I didn't have an even base all along here. Something like even a valley like I'm drawing, filled with gravel, so that there would be no rocks, no high places, no low places, and so it cracked. But it maintained its form with the weight of vehicles. Eventually, it did fall in. You know, it actually took several years. It was amazing how strong it maintained itself just with exposed wire, ¿no? Expuesto así alambre a veces. Pero finalmente se cayó. Pero porque it's because I didn't have the right kind of soporte, ¿no? Support for the base of the crescent. Thank you.